Barcelona FC just made it to the semi-finals of the World Cup. As a Real Madrid fan, I will not even sit here and pretend that I'm okay. I will not sit here and pretend like, oh, it's fine, it's so fine, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care. Oh, I care. I care after being passed around by Barcelona technically. Over the past 2 seasons, finally we get to the World Cup season. Oh, World Cup, what do you have for me? What does it have for me? Eight Barcelona players in this Spain team that was chosen. Zero Real Madrid players was chosen in the Spain team. What about Cucurella? Cucurella was chosen before he became a Real Madrid player. But ladies and gentlemen, Spain just made it to the semi-finals of the World Cup. After that first game between Cape Verde and Spain, I thought Cape Verde was a weak team. Well, that was before before I saw them play the remaining of the games. But I was like, there is no way Spain is going to win this game. Nope. They won game after game after game after game. Defensively, one of the strongest, if not the strongest team in the World Cup currently. Ladies and gentlemen, this Spain team is looking dangerous, man. And if we know and look at the pattern between France and Spain in the past, every single international trophy, let's say since the Euros, they are unbeaten against France. And this is making me a bit worried. Now, I'm not a big fan of the French national team, if I'm being honest, but at the same time, I do not want to see one scenario that would probably be the end of me. That is Spain versus Argentina in a World Cup final. That, for me, might be the worst case scenario out of everything, being a Ronaldo and Real Madrid fan, if I'm being honest. But as a football fan, oh boy, that's a great and beautiful story right there. The future versus the past, you could say. I mean, at this point, Lionel Messi is the future as well. The fact that he's going toe to toe with literally every single player in the future, like Haaland, Mbappe, and even Yamal, who has been quiet this entire World Cup run, in my opinion, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Spain won against Belgium. Very expected, just like my predictions. I told you guys, I'm 2-4-4 right now, by the way. 2-4-4. 2 more games remaining. But I said France is going to go through, and they went through. Spain is going through, and they went through. Now, this makes me scared, and I think the French national team should not, as much as how good they are, and yes, I said it, 95% France is going to win the World Cup. As good as they are, I do not think they should underestimate Spain. Spain is one of those teams where they could just bite you out of nowhere, man. We have seen it multiple times during this tournament. Especially a biter that I do not like, and no, it's not about the shark, Ferran Torres. Oh boy, it still pisses me off the fact that Ferran Torres kicked out Cristiano Ronaldo out of the World Cup, and it boils my skin. But, ladies and gentlemen, another biter, which is Merino. Merino, who but scored yet another last minute goal to save his nation and go to the next round. It gave me PTSD, it gave me trauma like I was in a goddamn Vietnam War, ladies and gentlemen. I felt like an American being in a Vietnam War. Ladies and gentlemen, as soon as Merino scored in the dying minutes, of course, assisted by a Barcelona player, Dani Olmo, not assisted, but he shot and then the rebound and then Merino was there. I told you guys this exact thing in my predictions video, I believe, or was it another video? I don't remember. I told you guys that Merino brother, every coach loves him for a reason. This brother is so unpredictable, so ballsy that all he needs to do is just run into the box and he'll find his chances, man. He's moving like prime Brazil R9 at this point, man. Merino is so dangerous, and I think France shouldn't underestimate that Merino brother coming off the bench because he is so goddamn dangerous. Another tactical move by the Spain coach, which is Ferran Torres. I told you guys, he might be a donkey in front of goal. Yes, we are aware of that. Prime Nunez would be proud of him, but ladies and gentlemen, when you bring him off the bench, he can make those runs from you. He can open up the play for you. And him and Merino did the exact thing yet again, man. They came, I believe Ferran Torres came as a sub as well. And look at what happened. I think they scored the winner against Belgium. And that's that, ladies and gentlemen. Lamine Yamal, obviously, who won man of the match in this game. In my opinion, Did he really deserve the man of the match? Is this man of the match thing literally giving it to the most popular player at this point? Probably, but I think him who had received the most balls in this game, and him, I believe, who completed most of the dribbles. Again, this is the thing with Lamine Yamal, man. He doesn't need to have a goal or assist to prove how good he is. Him alone receiving the ball, 3 defenders goes on him. This is such a crucial thing in soccer, by the way. Not, did I call it soccer? Oh my god. In football, by the way. Don't cook me. Please don't cook me. But the thing is, him dragging defenders alone is enough for him to be dangerous in a team, man. And the fact that he's 18 years old and he reached the semi-final in his first World Cup and he plays game in and game out, looking like he's not nervous at all, with zero pressure, is such an admirable thing by Lamine Yamal. He's genuinely turned me into a fan. As a Real Madrid fan, I do not hate Lamine Yamal at all. I genuinely love Lamine Yamal. I really like his football. He reminds me a lot of Neymar Jr. I think he is unbelievable as a person, as a human being, from what he was before the start of, the start of the season, the egotistical Lamine Yamal who talked trash every single game. But then he went to this game and at the second half of the season just humble as ever, and I genuinely love the brother, man. Genuinely, honest to God, love him so much, man. And I hate to say that he plays for Barcelona, but he did a difference. Yes, he did. I think him, again, like I said, receiving the ball, having that much defense on him is unbelievable. Fabian Ruiz, I believe that's the brother that scored the first goal, right? He benched Pedri. I was very shocked. I was like, benching Pedri in this caliber of a game of a quarter final. That's a very ballsy move. But oh boy, the Spain coach, he knows his tactics, man. He benched Pedri and he brought him in the second half, right? But in my opinion, benching Pedri, I'm not really against it. I think he has been off this entire tournament, if not the entire tournament, but after his second injury that he had with Barcelona, since he came back, he had an off moments with Barcelona, and I said it myself, right? He came to this World Cup, I was like, okay, maybe he's healed now, maybe this is his 100% now, but still very off, man. Compared to Rodri, I think he has been, compared to Moreno even, I think he has been the down there, right? His performance was not good enough, and I think him coming off the bench as well, he gave a good screening, I would say, but in my opinion, not the best, not the Pedri that we all watched during the season, if I'm being honest. But still, man, the fact that they have this much midfield, this much power in the midfield, can be very dangerous for France, because France, the only way Spain could beat France, in my opinion, is that midfield battle. And midfield battle, let's be honest, Spain definitely wins when you talk about individual talent, when you talk about how good they are together. I think, yes, Rabiot and what's the other brother's name? Kone, I believe. They are good, but they are not Rodri, Pedri, Moreno, and goddamn Fabian Ruiz, man. They're on a different level, if I'm being honest. And I think, like I said, this is a final of the World Cup. Spain versus France is the final of the World Cup. But France Mbappe versus Lamine Yamal, still, his kryptonite is Lamine Yamal, man. During international games, he has a 0-win record against Lamine Yamal, and I think the curse ends there, if I'm being honest. I don't think they're going to make it past semi-finals. I don't think Spain is going to win the semi-finals. But ladies and gentlemen, what can you do? This is football. Anything can happen. It can go on penalties, and they could win in penalties. Spain could win in penalties and give us literally one of the biggest shock this entire tournament, man. But again, France, in my opinion, oh boy, it's a 50-50 again, man. Do we think that they're going to win against Spain? I don't know, man. I genuinely don't see. I see it, but Spain does have a good chance, man. And we have seen it multiple times. They're so ruthless, so compact. They play beautiful football. And it just pains me to say that, oh my god, we're about to have an Argentina versus Spain final. It's insane. I don't want to see it. But let's see what the dictator does, man. This Spain team, genuinely, is insane. This is the World Cup final. Unfortunately, it's in a semi-final. I would have loved a Lamine Yamal versus Mbappe final, but considering they're in the same bracket, it's not possible, obviously. And I think the winner between these two semi-finalists, between France and Spain is going to be the one that is deserved to even win the World Cup, in my opinion, man. But let's see what happens. You have the other youngster on the other side of the bracket. I'm talking about Lionel Messi, yes, the 39-year-old Lionel Messi. But let's see what happens. They played very good. Belgium yet again going out. Belgium every World Cup they say they are the golden generation, but I don't know, man. It just sucked to see that Courtois going outside the pitch. As soon as he went outside the pitch, I knew it immediately, man. I was like, yep, that's the game. Lamine, as a United fan, he's such a good goalkeeper, but I don't know what happened to him, man. Courtois went out in tears, and I think he knew himself that it's over, man. Lamine Yamal already making Courtois a Real Madrid player in tears. Great news. Is Mbappe next? We'll wait and find out. Let's see what happens. This is a game between the best defense in the tournament versus the best attack in the tournament, which is France. It's going to be a good semi-final. Congratulations, Barcelona FC. I hope you are happy. You kicked out Ronaldo, and now you are going to a semi-final. But I think the road ends there, if I'm being honest. But let's see what happens. Very good game from Spain. I like the performance. Boring game, you could say, but that's all teams that are very good defensive-wise. People say it's boring. It's not boring. Defense wins you titles. And let's see if Spain wins the World Cup. Hopefully not. For Lamine Yamal, you know what? Because I love Lamine Yamal, I don't care anymore, man. I genuinely do not care, man. I don't care about football anymore. Round is out, and yeah. Thanks so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think of the game? Do you think Spain can beat France? I know they have a lower rate to win it than France, but let's see. Anything can happen in football, man. Thanks so much for watching. Like the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, obviously. And gracias, amigos.